Hi, this is Justin. This video is to kind of show where I'm at with some dynamic grouping that I've been trying to do in OBIEE. I'm working in OBIEE sample app version 406. This is hosted with the Rittman Mead AWS AMI that they make available, and it's a really great product, and I hope you all are using it if you don't already know about it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some dynamic grouping on the bar graph that you have shown right here. And specifically what I'm looking for is a way that I can define a fixed way to choose what time dimension the bar graph is grouped on. And the way this would ultimately show up is if I have 14 days of data, I'd see 14 bars. If I have 28 days of data, then my logic says, okay, well, at that point, we're going to jump down to weeks, and I'd see 4 weeks. And then if I had a half a year of data, instead of seeing all 180 little bars, we would see 6 different monthly periods. So that's what I'm going for. And I think I've gotten real close, but I still haven't affected that logic in the bar view. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I have just a dashboard with a single analysis and a single prompt. And I'm going to take a look. The prompt is just for the weeks on the time dimension, but I'm going to focus on the analysis that I have. So when I look at what criteria I have my date, which is what I want to see when I have, for instance, just 2 weeks of data. I have my week, which is what I want to see for most of the data. And then I have my month, which is what I want to see when I get into the larger numbers of weeks. I defined this time element, and it shows up as a measure. And I haven't quite been sure how to keep that from happening, but it's a simple case statement of when the number of weeks is less than or equal to 3, then it chooses day. When the number of weeks is greater than or equal to 12, then it chooses month. Otherwise, it's just choosing our week. So the way that shows up in the actual results here is not great, and it's not what I see in other ways. I just also have it linked down to 2011 data, but what I have in the dashboard, the bar graph just shows days, and that's what's troubling, because this analysis that I have up here, this view that I have up here of the same analysis as the bar graph is dynamically adjusting this time element. Now, it's not correct because it only shows one element, but I can tell something's kind of working. I defaulted to just 2 weeks, and you'll see that when I have just 2 weeks, it shows a day, March 1st, 2011. If I choose, for instance, 6 weeks and press apply, you'll notice that while the bar graph is still showing just days, here the time element changed to 2000 week 10. That's the correct chosen element from the time dimension, that case logic I just showed you. I don't know if this revenue amount is correct. I still feel like I'm only 75% of the way there, so I don't think that's right at all. But if I choose a bunch of weeks, and again, I just happen to choose 2011 because that happens to have a bunch of good data in sample app, and I press apply. Now you can see I have a whole bunch of days, and it gets past that threshold where it chooses month 1. And I think, yeah, our data starts in month 1, January. So it looks like it's, instead of creating a table, it's just choosing the minimum time dimension element. So I'm not sure why I don't get a table here that shows January, February, March, and up to this point, based on these filters, April. But something's going kind of correct here, but in the same analysis with a different view on the bar chart, time doesn't change at all. It just stays the days. So I'm trying to figure out how to really make this work so that this logic that I think is close to being correct is used to create the bars, so that if I have a week of data, I see 7 bars. If I have 2 months of data, I see 8 bars, one for each week. If I have 6 months of data, I see 6 bars, one for each month. Um, any help is greatly appreciated. Thanks.